They weren't students, they were criminals. That's how supporters of Nicaraguan President Daniel Ortega see opponents to the government. They say students and other protesters are responsible for the deaths of police in confrontations in the past weeks. And they say government opponents have committed atrocities. Government officials say anti-government protesters set the body of a policeman on fire.
We are here for all the fallen policemen, for all of them who have been tortured.
These demonstrators say they want justice for pro-government supporters who have been killed in these past 3 months of violence. But they say the government must continue its security policy to bring peace to the country.
That policy for many government opponents means persecution. Syria, a psychologist who spoke from an undisclosed location for her safety, says security forces are on a witch hunt.
We are terrified because we now have to live like criminals. They are killing us out there. They are walking freely, and those of us who are fighting for freedom in our country must hide.
She says many students and other protesters are in safe houses, and many parents don't know where their children are. At this human rights organization, parents say they too are being harassed.
They're masked uniformed police, 3 or 4 vehicles, and very well armed. That's why I'm terrified.
Government officials say opponents are lying.
We're subject to mountains of false news. Students who had been arrested have been turned over to the church repeatedly, as you can report also, repeatedly turned over to the church. I think we have to get out of this. We have to get into responsibilities of the case-by-case analysis of who's responsible for what.
If found guilty on terrorism charges, protesters could face 20 years in prison under a new law. At this human rights organization, 2 police officers handed in their weapons and uniforms and asked for protection. Not wanting to fight anti-government demonstrators, they too went into hiding. Mariana Sanchez, Al Jazeera, Managua, Nicaragua.